All right, guys, we are back with another video. Now, this one right here is called Black Trump Supporter Breaks the Programming. Wow. Now, when I hear breaks the programming, I'm like, woo, what the world is about to happen? Like, this can probably get scary. But like I said, before we get to the video, make sure y'all hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and shout out to everybody that's been hitting that like button, everybody that's been showing love, hitting that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. All right, so without further ado, I'm not gonna hold y'all up. We're gonna go ahead and dive straight into this, and let's see what exactly happened. All right, so let's go.
Africa is a developing country. It has some of the top 10 development nations in the whole wide world. We're the richest continent on this planet.
Still going.
Are you? So you're telling me you have not?
Am I not black enough now? I'm not an African American. I'm an American. Okay? And I've never been to Africa. I've never been to Africa. There's no better country to be a person of color than America. And if you find a better country, I would love to hear about it.
Wow.
Do you hear the stupid questions you say sometimes?
I don't think it's stupid to try to get him a date.
Yeah, we're actually here trying to get me a date. Hey, you want to go?
I'm not into maggots, so no thank you.
I'm a maggot? Is it because I'm black?
No.
Oh my God.
Really, you're gonna play the black card with me?
Why is he a maggot?
A maggot is a Trump supporter. He's a maggot.
So Trump supporters are maggots? That's interesting. Why is that?
Oh my God.
Because you're supporting a orange in the office who is defunding Medicare, a lot of insurances, a lot of even food stamps.
He's defunding food stamps? You know, that was actually Ben Carson that was slashing the food stamp budget.
Ben
Carson's actually a black guy.
Just because he's black, just like you, does not mean that he fights for the cause. He's actually disturbed. You're not helping. You're hurting the cause.
How am I hurting the cause?
You're supporting someone who is making it harder for people to adopt, making it harder for people to be themselves.
Oh my God.
Making it harder for the foster care system, making everything harder, making school harder, making life harder.
CaitlinBennett.org. You can go there to support my work. Keep me coming out here. Look at all these fans that need your support to keep me coming to. I have so many fans here that need your support at patreon.com/CaitlinBennett to keep me coming out here. They love when I come to campus. They have to see me. I can't keep coming out here if you don't donate to me. Look at all these people. You're going to be disappointing if you don't go to patreon.com/CaitlinBennett.
You said Trump was a I want you to give me an example of how Trump was a racist.
African country shithole, and as an African, yes, he did. Do not put words in my mouth.
He didn't say that.
No, I'm not talking to you.
You're putting
No. Talk to me. What countries did he call shitholes?
A whole of West Africa, and not to mention the Muslim ban is mostly
There's no Muslim ban.
There's no Muslim
There's
ban.
no Muslim ban.
So
No. Let me explain. Let me explain something to you.
No,
please. I was respectful and listened to you. Please. Okay. The ban was not on Muslims. It was on people from certain countries. Now those countries had high, but everyone in those countries is not a Muslim. So it wasn't a Muslim ban. It was a ban based on geographical location, not religion.
There you go.
But you said
one single one of those countries.
the majority Muslim countries weren't even included on that list. If it was a Muslim ban,
let's go back to the shithole countries comment. You said he called some countries shitholes. Let me ask you something. Does most of Africa have running water and plumbing?
Listen to me. As an African, Africa is a developing country. It has some of the top 10 development nations in the whole wide world. We're the richest continent on this planet.
What the world?
Have you ever been to Congo?
This is.
Oh my God.
No, I'm serious. Have you ever been to Congo?
My friends are from Congo, but guess what?
So have you been there?
Yes, I've been there
so
with them.
So you've been to the DRC, so you know that the DRC is by definition
Do you know why
exactly what he said.
Do you know why
it doesn't matter why. It's,
yes,
the question was whether or not it was true. And the answer is yes, it was true. So it wasn't it's just telling the truth.
It's not true. It matters because do you know what's making... Do you know what coltan is? Do you know what talc is? All those little mineral resources in our phones, makeup, lights, everything comes from Africa. But guess what?
And they can't afford clean water.
oh, come on.
I'm talking. I'm not done. Do not silence
You said they were rich.
No.
They could afford clean water if they were rich.
This
I do
girl
have to
is
say,
so.
you said you lied about Trump. I am in this.
I'm saying it was true. It's terrible, and we should help them, but they're not developed.
Go to Africa.
I have to say, Joel,
Do you know
I have
why
to
I know
say,
this? I'm the president of an organization called ASA, African Student Association.
So you're not African American.
I am African American.
Are you African or are you African American?
I'm the literal definition of African American.
So are you an American
I am born
citizen
in Africa, but I'm an American citizen. So I am an African American.
So then I'm not an African American. Well, I'm not an African American. I'm not.
Oh my God.
See, I'm not an African American. I'm an American. Okay? And I've never been to Africa. I've never been to Africa. And the Africans in Africa sold my ancestors into slaves. Why would I
African American?
Africa. You were African American. Don't try to deny it.
No.
So why are you then?
Absolutely not.
am I a European American? Why don't you guys call white people European Americans?
That's spicy white.
Why don't you say European Americans?
I didn't say African American.
Joel, why, if you're not an African American, why am I not called a European American?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're
I'm not an
Americans.
African American. I'm American. I've never been to Africa.
Would you prefer to be called European American?
I've traced my ancestry for 8 generations, and we still did not get to Africa in 8
That's a
generations.
damn lie, Uncle Tom. Relax. Hold on.
Why would you call him that?
Get the damn
You
microphone
know
in my
Uncle
face.
Tom was a hero, right?
Oh, you're not.
Well, you called me an Uncle Tom, so I assumed you would know the story. Uncle Tom was actually a hero who actually died protecting the other slaves that had run away. So you didn't even know that. You thought that was an insult. That's not an insult.
Hey, Uncle Ruckus, get the shit.
Don't touch my stuff.
Did you say Uncle
get it in my
Ruckus?
face.
Don't
That's
touch
a
my stuff.
fictional character from a cartoon. Think of a real person to call me and we can discuss it.
That's so crazy.
That's not a real person.
What the
It's Black
world?
History Month here at the University of Akron, and this is how everybody's treating a black Trump supporter. Very inclusive, very diverse, very cool and progressive.
So progressive.
I have been stopped on the street with my mom running in my town for someone to call me and tell us that we are niggas and that we should not be there. And then they called us these people.
And that affected you how? How did that affect your wallet? How did that affect your ability to get a
I'm
job?
sorry, how does
how did
that
that affect your ability to exist in this country as a free person?
Because it makes you feel unwanted. It makes you feel like no one wants you.
Wait. So it hurt your feelings, okay? But how did that affect?
I'm sorry, wait. You
How
just
did-
say it hurt my feelings.
You said it hurt your feelings.
It makes you feel unwanted, so you don't go out for things. It shows you that you don't have the effort, or you don't have what it takes to go up in this country because they don't want you here. You're not good enough as the
So
white people
why would you
around
let
us.
somebody that is so stupid that they would say something so ignorant dictate your behavior in any way,
I'm
shape,
not
or
letting
form?
them dictate
Because
me, but
yes, you
because
are.
that's what
United
everyone
States doing
thinks.
it.
I'm not talking to
If
you.
that's what everyone thinks, they don't want you to go up in this country. So they don't give you the opportunities
So
that you need.
then you bust your butt and you show them that
That's
you don't
what I
care what
do.
they think,
That's what every
and you
black
become
person in this
successful.
country does.
And I
My
applaud
mother-
that.
My mother was a single mother, worked 3 jobs my whole life
Exactly.
to get me where I am now. And you are.
And cannot
no,
stop
yes,
you.
it does.
No,
because
it does
she doesn't
not
get the
stop you.
opportunities she needs. My mom worked her ass to get a manager position in a hospital. She has her master's degree and she's going out for her doctorate because not only did other people tell her that she shouldn't do it, but she knew herself that she should without getting the opportunities that she wanted herself. So she did go out and bust her butt. But
So
that
you're
does not
telling me-
mean that does not mean that everyone didn't put her down along the way.
But they didn't stop her, and that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Racism is
46
not
and
a
just now
significant
getting to where
issue
she
enough
is.
to stop you.
Are you what?
It's not
So
gonna
you're
stop
saying
you.
50 years. She has gone out for 50 years. That has not stopped her.
It hasn't stopped her. You said she's
What
still
kind of
going.
black person are you? So you're telling me you have not gone
Am I
through
not black
racism.
enough now?
You're telling me you have not gone through any racism in your life.
You didn't say that.
None. You've never gone through
I said I'm
anything.
not an African American. I didn't say I wasn't
So
black.
what the f*** are you?
I'm an American.
No, you're an African American.
So sorry.
Okay. No. The argument. I'm sorry. That was my red herring that time.
I just want to say that
So the issue is
This is crazy.
was significant enough in America to stop you from being whatever you can be, and it's not. It's not. Do you want me to tell you something? When I started my company, I have a company with 150 employees. We gross millions of dollars a year, and
So
we cut
can I
trees
ask you a
down.
question? If you have your own company as an American man, I won't even call you an
You can call
African
me a black
American
man.
You're a black man. Do you try and put more effort into employing more African Americans than white males?
I actually employ a lot of Mexicans.
Okay, so do you try and go out your way to employ more people that you feel are underrepresented?
Like this right here, yo. She's sitting here explaining all of this stuff about how hard it was for her mom to get it, but the guy is steadily telling her, but yes, you might have heard all these things, but it did not stop your mom from getting to where she wanted to be. And it's this word right here that I hate so much that a lot of us black people use against other black people. If they feel like you for the white man or the white or whatever the case may be, they call you this Uncle Tone BS that I just hate hearing all the time. I hate this Uncle Tone word. Oh, you just an Uncle Tone. Just because he supports Trump, he's an Uncle Tone? Like, this is crazy to me. Like, this right here is just straight. Like, some of these college students like this I can go ahead and say this day, some of these college students is the reason why it's like a little bit of racism probably still exists. Because of stuff like this. This is crazy. This is crazy. Like, and he even said he's not an African American. He said, look, I'm just an American. Whoa, so you ain't African? He said, I ain't never been to Africa. I ain't come from Africa. Like, I'm an American. Like, even if he feel that way, what's wrong with him saying he just an American? That's fine. If he say he's just an American, he's just an American. They'll finna go off on him just because he said he ain't African American. Like, this is just crazy. Like, some of these students, man, I don't know. And like, she just studied contradicting herself. She's naming all this stuff about why he supports Trump because he's the R word. And she bringing up all this stuff about her mom and all this. And the guy got it at the end, like I said before, when he said, but it didn't stop her from getting to where she wanted to be. Oh, man.
In the country?
No, I employ people that I believe will do the best job.
Right.
It's
now, see, she gonna ask him. He said he has a business. Well, do you hire more black people? See, here's the thing. It ain't about hiring more black people. You trying to hire the people that's gonna work, regardless of they're black, whether they're white, Mexican, whatever the case may be. You gonna find people that's gonna do their job. It ain't got nothing to do with skin color. And that's the problem right there that she already asking him. Did you hire more black people? Like, come on, man.
Employ people based on their skin color.
It's not, because you definitely just told me that America does not try to put down people who you don't think has the ability to do certain jobs.
I didn't say that, but I believe that there's no better country to be a person of color than America. And if you find a better country, I would love to hear about it.
I can tell you that there's many countries. Canada, you can go into multiple multilingual.
So why are there more black millionaires in the United States than in Canada?
What? I don't know.
But you're talking about stuff like you know some, but you don't.
No, even percentage of the population. Yeah.
I'm just telling you that it is very hard to go up in America, being not of the white race.
But what I'm saying is, just because somebody says something rude to you, like calls you the N-word, that does not affect your ability to make money.
It affects everyone else's mindset. That's everyone else's mindset.
That affects you. Going through depression affects you.
I didn't say depression doesn't affect you. I'm saying it's not going to stop your ability to make money in the United States.
The thing is, if that's what one person, no, you're not giving up.
But not everyone.
But if that's what one person thinks about you, that's what multiple people think about you.
That's not true. America is not a more country today than it was 50 years ago. America is the least that it's ever been at any point in history. And is more or less dead, and the only people that keep it alive because they want to make money off of it.
Okay.
So I'm confused. So you're saying is only around to make money? That's it?
People keep racism around today to make money. Yes.
How is that it?
How does the media not pit us against each other? They tell us that the police are killing us. When you look at statistics, it's not true.
That's if people do their research, and that's right. But
really, tell me how many people were shot and killed by the police in 2017.
No, but the problem is, I have experienced
9 unarmed people.
And
explain it to me. Explain your situation.
I've been in cuffs 3 times and committed 0 crimes. Discrimination. I've literally been.
So they came over and they were like, you know what? There's a black man walking. Let me arrest him.
Correct.
That's what happened.
There's the CVS that was robbed. The description was a black male that was 6'1" with long hair. I don't have that long of hair. I got arrested. Was in cuffs for 2 hours. 2 hours. Had to have all my information like decided, like ran and everything. And then after 2 hours, they finally figured out I wasn't 6'1" when I'm 5'10". Yes.
And that's because of.
Yes. Yes.
So it wasn't. No,
Try me.
Man, you know, when people bring up these stories, you don't know if it's true or not. Because the way I look at it, okay, maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was somebody that he was with. Could have been that. Could have been somebody that he was with that was 6'1" with long hair and they just got him because he the one that got caught. But he the one that just didn't want to tell it. See, you just never know about these type of stories because we don't know if it's true or not. He could just be saying it. And then again, what he's saying could be true. But like I said, it could have been somebody that was with him. So, you know, man. And to be honest, man, the way this guy is standing his ground is him versus all of them. Like, he's by himself, man. He ain't backing down at all. Let's go, man.
Try me.
So it wasn't because you fit the description of the other person?
No, I didn't fit the description. I'm not 6'1". I don't have long hair. It's black. It's because I'm black.
So
that's the second time that was happened.
That was your experience.
Second time.
That was your experience. That was your experience. My experience is
I've experienced a lot of racial discrimination.
I was pulled over 14 times in the last year.
Yeah. And how many times were you in cuffs?
Not a single time.
So
I was in it for one, for a speeding violation.
Speeding.
A speeding violation, yeah.
15 times for speeding.
I'm not even gonna lie. I sped 15 miles over the speed limit in 2018. Sat in cuffs for an hour while they checked my car. 100%.
And that's
what do you explain?
And that's purely because of
what do you
racism.
think that is?
And how does that stop you? How does that stop you?
What do you think it is? Like, come on. What do you think it is? Like, come
so
on. Like,
do you want me to explain it to you?
Yeah. What do you think it was?
Okay, so you're not going to be happy about this, but 55% of violent crimes are committed by African American males.
Because they,
So why should I be in handcuffs for committing a traffic violation?
You shouldn't. Exactly. So I don't know this situation, but I seriously doubt it was just because you committed a traffic violation.
So is that why black male?
For a traffic violation.
I've been pulled over 50. I just told you how many times I was pulled over. I've never once been put in cuffs.
So
and I'm a black man.
Is that why every black male is taught from a young age to keep their hands on the steering wheel and don't?
This right here is crazy. Sometimes you be like, man, who is these kids' parents? Oh my God. Yo, he's bringing up because he was speeding and he got mad. Dude, you know how many people that be getting caught speeding, that get put in handcuffs that's not black? Like, you better watch some TV. I mean, there's always people that speeding that get put in handcuffs. It don't matter what color you is. And like I said, you just don't know a lot of these stories to be true because they just, like I said, this guy, he's just coming up there talking about it, but we don't know 100% if what he's saying is true. He could have been did something else, but now he's trying to change it and say, oh, it was just a traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a speeding ticket and they put me in handcuffs, but we don't know the whole story for that debate, insinuate that. Like, this, man, this is crazy, bro.
Don't move a single inch until they come up to your window.
Do you know what the statistics are for the number of African Americans that shoot police officers?
Is that why? Is that why every young male is taught to keep their hands facing forward as a young age? Am I wrong?
I really don't know.
Am I wrong?
Hang on. One at a time.
I'm genuinely asking you.
What is the statistic?
I'm going to answer your questions one at a time. Can you repeat your question?
Is that why every young male
What is it?
is taught to keep their hands on the steering wheel and don't move an inch until they get to your car?
Everyone should be taught that. You should always keep your hands on the steering wheel.
But is that why specifically?
Because statistically, we've been told that the police are more likely to shoot us because we've believed a lie that police brutality is this major issue affecting the black community.
Okay.
It happens.
You supposed to.
Profiling happens. Profiling happens. It's the job of a police officer to profile.
But racially,
For your safety.
Racially
Profile.
I didn't say racially. I said to profile.
So I should be profiled. So if I commit a traffic violation, if I commit a
all right, I'll give you an example right now. Right now, do you know who I'm most threatened by right now of this group of people? It's you, because of your body language, not because of your skin color.
What part of his body language?
Where's my body?
Because he's folding his arms and he keeps stepping up to me.
Yeah, you're right though. You know what? I was paying attention to that, and like he just said, you see like more of the white kids, they just send back, but it's the one in the front, the black kids, the one that's all aggressive and trying to talk loud. And he's right about this guy. He started walking up to him. He already looked like he mad. He folded, he doing his hands like this, folding his hands like this, walking up to him, backing back up. I seen it. I was going to call that out, but he beat me to it. I sure was going to call it out. But he just made another excellent point right there.
Right now, of this group of people, it's you because of your body language, not because of your skin color.
What part of his body language?
Where's my body?
Because he's folding his arm and he keeps stepping up to me and he said, "Try it."
This is what I'm talking about.
But you kept saying, "Try me," and you got in my face. I was genuinely intimidated. I was like, he's acting like he wants to
I'm
go
an
ahead.
intimidating person. Multiple people know me here. No, I'm not a very intimidating person.
And it's literally 30
I didn't say you were an intimidating person, but I said your behavior is the most intimidating of anybody that's around
I'm doing
you.
the exact same
That's
thing.
because the thing is you're denying the facts. I'm just saying you're denying
all
the facts.
doing this. We're
You
literally
can't-
all
you
doing
can't
this.
I'm not intimidated by you at all.
Okay, but it's still 35 degrees out.
Okay, I do have to say one
So
thing
we're all having
about
the
you
same
saying
conversation.
that you're American, just American, right?
Yeah.
So you're technically African American because the definition of being African American is because you don't know your origin of where your people come from in Africa. So
My people come from America.
No, okay.
Where do you think your ancestors come from?
your ancestors.
They came from America.
Okay, but before that,
Before that,
how far can you trace back your heritage?
I think I'm 39% English, so they came from England.
Okay, what
Where
about
do you
the
think- how do you
other
think they've
percentage?
gotten into
I think I'm 15% Native American, so they also came from America.
Okay, and then the rest.
And whatever percent black I am, they probably came from some country in Africa.
And that's why you would identify.
But why would I not identify as English American or
but you
Indian
know
American?
why most African Americans identify as African American? Because most of their heritage comes from Africa. So since they cannot identify what part of Africa they come from, they identify as African American as a whole.
Yeah.
Now me, I know exactly what part I come from in Africa. I'm Kenyan American. That's what I identify as because I actually know my origin. But you can't just diss that part of yourself. And I'm not telling you to diss the Native American part or the English part of yourself, right?
Wait, why would you think I diss my being black?
No, I'm not trying to say that you are. But you're just like.
But I've never been to Africa. Why would I call myself an African American?
So do you just consider yourself to be black?
I consider myself to be a black.
But he just said it a few minutes ago. He said, "Luke, just call me a black man." He said, "I'm not gonna call myself." I done heard a lot of black people say this. Do I get offended about it when they say it? No. If you want to say you're not African American, you just American, that's fine. What's wrong with that? How's you dissing? Like this right here is just, look, man. This is crazy. This is crazy to me. He said, "I've never been to Africa. I didn't come from Africa, so I'm not going to call myself African American. I'm just American. That's where I came from. That's where my family from. Our family wasn't from Africa. They didn't come from Africa, so I'm calling myself an American. If you don't like that, just call me a black man." And these kids look like they about 16, 17 at the most. Like, this is crazy.
No, I'm not trying to say that you are. But you're just like.
But I've never been to Africa. Why would I call myself an African American?
So do you just consider yourself to be black?
I consider myself to be a black American.
Okay.
Because I feel like hyphenated terms like African American divide Americans.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I was robbed of my identity. My ancestors were robbed of their identity. I have ancestors that were slaves. I know the name of some of my ancestors that were slaves.
And that should not affect you in any way, shape, or form.
I'm the fourth generation of my name.
Because that does not define you.
I know exactly who was
You're not defined by your past.
But you're.
That you never experienced.
But then how can you identify as English American? That's your past.
How can I identify as American? Because this is America, and it's the greatest country on planet Earth.
That's not what he said.
It's not what you said.
He said, "How can I identify as American and not black?"
It's your past. You said that's
No, that's my present. I was born in America. I live in America.
But that's your past.
That's my present.
That's your past.
I'm currently living in America.
You were born past tense in America.
No, you were never a slave. Okay, you never experienced slavery. So I'm saying you can't. That is like That's not even your past. That's the
That's
past.
not family history. You have to erase your history.
So saying you identify with your history is different than saying you identify with your past because you never experienced slavery. No one you've ever met has ever experienced
slavery. East Africa. Why would I say I identify with slavery?
But that's what you're saying when you say that African American.
I said I'm Kenyan American.
I don't identify
not
as a
African
slave.
American.
I just identify that I
So
come
then why
from,
did you say it bothered you?
Wait, let me finish.
That was part
I
of your
identify that
heritage.
I come from the continent of Africa, and I'm just robbed of the specific area that my heritage comes from. That's what I'm saying when I'm saying that.
You know, sometimes they bring up what happened in the days about slaves, and they try to blend it in like he just said. You didn't go through that. Our ancestors did. You ain't going through that. Quit trying to. Man, what I'm telling you, just like I said before early in the video, I said some of these kids is the reason why a little bit of racism still exists. Because of stuff like this. You will never get to the end to it. You will never be able to let them know, hey, this is the way it is. This guy been sitting up here for almost 20 minutes, and he's still arguing with him. Oh boy, this is crazy, y'all. Like I cannot wait to read the comment section on this, man. This literally got my head hurt.
That I'm African American. I can't identify with a specific culture like many other people that were able to have.
You can identify
that are
with
able
American
to go
culture.
through their ancestral tree and go find that.
There's no American culture?
My ancestral tree cuts off.
If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and share, hit the subscribe button, and click the notification bell so you.
Shout out to her. I think her name was Kaylee or something like that. Wow. Yo. I bet you when this guy went home, man, he had to take him about 2 Tylenol because I bet his head was hurting, man, trying to explain to these college students, man. But like I said, I give him his flowers. That man, he stood up there. He's the only Trump supporter. He stood up there and took on everybody. Everybody that asked a question, he answered it. They probably didn't like his answer, but that guy was making a lot of sense. Like, and that was the main part that got me when he kept saying, yo, look, I'm not African American, I'm just American. I'm from America. Like, oh, man. This one got wild. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about it down below in the comment section. Like I said, we have made it to the end. I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.